everybody? Happy Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning into Loud Majority Live. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Mike Johnson has backed the Democrats into a corner that they are not going to be able to get out of as the continuing resolution vote looms. Also, Donald Trump comes to Long Island tomorrow. Very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. Chris Cuomo has a sudden change of heart when it comes to Donald Trump. CBS has a hard time finding a single anyone to care about Kamala Harris. A whole slew of amazing stories to break down for you. The New York Times says something absolutely insane. We'll show you guys that. But the big one. At 1:30 today, we are going to be joined by maybe the most famous 8-year-old in the world. Liam LaCastro and his mom, Siobhan, will be joining the show at 1:30 today. I'm super excited about that. You guys know who Liam is. He is the young man who took the world by storm after receiving a letter on his birthday from Donald Trump. They're going to be joining us at 1:30 today. I'm super excited about that. To introduce you guys all to him, the video has been shown in India, in Australia, in the UK. There's virtually, maybe there's someone living in sub-Saharan Africa who doesn't have electricity who has not seen this video, although I don't know who the hell those people are. The world's most famous 8-year-old, the only place you are going to find this interview right here on LFA TV. An actual exclusive. Just here on LFA TV, guys. Keep it locked in here until 1 p.m. for that, guys. Before we get started, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. We are rocking. We are rolling today. Also, for my local audience today, if you're watching on Facebook, go on the Facebook page. We have announced our Montauk rally. It will be October 5th. Our big Montauk rally. Share that event out so that all of your friends can see it. We can't do it without your help. Share that out all over the place. So let's get to the breaking news of the day. Mike Johnson is set to bring the spending bill to the floor with the SAVE Act attached. What that means is that Mike Johnson knows he has the votes in order to pass this continuing resolution. Now, I want to be clear. I've said it once, and I've said it upways, sideways, backways, and forwards. I do not like continuing resolutions. I do not like them on a plane, and I do not like them on a train. However, if the government shuts down because of a Republican-controlled House, we lose the election. No other way to say it. But Mike Johnson has put Democrats into a corner that they are not going to be able to get out of. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is vying to hold the vote tomorrow. No way. He's doing it tomorrow? Yes. Some people in the chat may know why I could be excited that every member of Congress has to be in the House tomorrow. Some people might know why I find that to be spectacular. Let's start that again. My day just got a lot better. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is vying to hold a vote on Wednesday for the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act paired with a stopgap spending package. This comes as there has been opposition from some GOP lawmakers last week that led to a delay in the vote. Johnson announced the plan on Tuesday, saying that Congress has an immediate obligation to do two things: responsibly fund the federal government and ensure the security of our elections. Because we owe this to our constituents, we will move forward on Wednesday with a vote on the 6-month CR with the SAVE Act attached. I urge all my colleagues to do what the overwhelming of the majority of the American people in this country rightfully demand: protect and prevent non-citizens from voting in our elections. The SAVE Act would require Americans to present proof of citizenship when registering to vote in federal elections. The House GOP leader previously had to pull the vote due to opposition from his own party, as there were not enough votes to fully get behind the bill. The plan will move forward with the bill after Johnson met with Trump over the weekend, per Politico. The GOP nominee has been a staunch supporter of attaching the SAFE Act to the spending package. Donald Trump previously posted on Truth Social about the SAFE Act and the spending package, saying, quote, if Republicans in the House and Senate don't get absolute assurances on election security, they should in no way, shape, or form go forward with a continuing resolution. The package, if passed by the House, will likely face an uphill battle in the Democratic Senate. Giddy up, let's go. Giddy up, let's go. Why am I excited about this? I don't like continuing resolutions, but what I do like is protecting our elections, not being responsible in the eyes of the American people for shutting down the government, and backing Democrats into a corner. Because there are numerous scenarios which could break out here in the Democratic-controlled Senate. Every one of these scenarios are contingent on Mike Johnson passing the continuing resolution with the SAFE Act attached. Scenario number 1, Chuck Schumer doesn't bring it to the floor. Democrats get blamed for shutting down the government in an election year. Scenario number 2. Scenario number 2. Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema vote along with Republicans to fund the government. Bill gets passed. Bill goes to Joe Biden's desk. Bill gets vetoed. Scenario number 3. Johnson passes the bill. It goes to the Senate. It is passed by the Senate with the SAFE Act attached. Joe Biden signs it. We get what we want. Or scenario number 4, which I find incredibly more likely. Mike Johnson passes the bill with the SAFE Act attached. It goes to the Democratic-controlled Senate. Only one of the two, Joe Manchin or Kyrsten Sinema, vote yes on the bill. Then the bill goes to the deciding vote in the Senate. Kamala Harris. She, naturally, will vote the bill down. So as Kamala Harris runs for president, she will be the deciding vote on whether or not the government shuts down. They have backed themselves into an impossible corner here. Scenario number 5. All that stuff happens. Kamala Harris votes on the bill. Joe Biden gets the bill. He then either has to pass it with the Republican SAFE Act in it or veto his own vice president's bill shutting down the government while she's running for president. Could that be the October surprise? Could that be the October surprise? The package, if passed in the House, will likely face an uphill battle in the Democratic majority Senate. The White House, as well as other Democratic leaders, oppose the policy. Despite opposition to the bill from Democrats, a poll from McLaughlin and Associates earlier this year noted that 86% of Americans agree with the statement that proof of citizenship should be required in order to register to vote. Democrats have backed themselves into a very, very, very serious corner. Now, a couple things about the SAFE Act. Number 1, the bill would not go into effect this year. It's an important context to note. But right now, this bill is not so much about this election. It is about protecting the future from here on out. As I believe, regardless of what happens in the presidential election, Republicans will control the Senate. Therefore, this bill will remain law as we move into 28, protecting future elections. Mike Johnson has done a masterful job of an absolutely brilliant job of backing Democrats into their own corner here that they physically cannot get out of. We've got a very special viewer in the chat today. Her and her son are going to be joining the show in a little bit. I'm super excited about that. Make sure you guys keep it locked in here at 1:30 for my exclusive interview. You won't see this anywhere else on the internet, with the world's most famous 8-year-old. And that is not hyperbole. That happens to be the truth. We're going to get to the calamity that is the New York Times in just a second. Before we do, Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. That is MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Be sure to support the people who support this show. We got some big numbers today. Does that have anything to do with my special guest coming up at 1:30? Let's pop that live chat up onto the screen. What's going on, everyone? 1,200 people rocking and rolling here for my Long Island crowd. Make sure you guys check it out on the Facebook page. We've announced our Montauk Rally October 5th. You guys are going to hear me keep saying that for quite some time. Do me a favor, guys. Share the event out. A lot of people are not hearing about the events that we're doing just because of the social media censorship. So please do share that event out. Make sure everyone gets to see it so that everyone can attend. Also, if you're watching on Rumble, hit that thumbs up button, share the video out everywhere, put it in all your groups. Get ready, because in like 15 minutes, I can promise you, you're all going to start crying, okay? You're all going to start crying. So just get ready for that one. The New York Times today doing yeoman's work. Are you ready for this? They referred to the Trump would-be assassin as a crusader for causes large and small. That's real. Here is a headline. Let me see if I can make this big enough. The picture they used is absolutely terrible. Let me see if I can make this bigger here. You can see the tweet from friend of the show, Jack Posobiec. Can I make this bigger? Damn. Boom, boom. Let's see. Can I make it? Here it is. The New York Times. Man arrested at Trump golf course had a history of crusading for causes. Oh, really? Well, what kind of causes would those be? Would you say it might be to attempt to kill the president? This is a lot like when who was it, Qasem Soleimani? Or was it Abdul? When they called him an austere religious scholar. I think that was the Washington Post. Donald Trump is the worst thing in the history of the world, but the guy who tries to kill him is a crusader for causes large and small. These people have no shame whatsoever. The New York Times painted it from the Post-Millennial, painted a rosy view of the Trump would-be assassin, Ryan Routh, whatever his name is, arrested on Sunday in Florida on 2 federal gun charges after he lay in wait at the Trump West Palm Beach golf course with a long rifle and a scope. The Times wrote that Roth, whatever it is, has been a serial crusader for causes large and small dating back to 1996, when he campaigned against graffiti in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he lived for decades. The Times also wrote about the would-be assassin after speaking with him about his involvement in the Ukraine conflict. Ralph was an advocate for the war in Ukraine and had, quote, set up a private organization in Kiev that helped connect international fighters with Ukraine's military units and aid groups. He encouraged Afghan commandos. Look, I can't say for certain, I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure an Afghan commando is a terrorist. Just throwing that out there. Just putting that out there. To join the war effort in Ukraine as well, said one journalist who interviewed him about his work. He had a website called Fight for Ukraine, where he gave information about how to travel to Ukraine and fight there. The Times wrote that his main focus was getting hundreds of Afghan soldiers, terrorists, who had fled their country's after the government's collapse to fight in Ukraine. Oh, here's a bigger picture of it. Here's a bigger photo of it. Man arrested at Trump golf course had a history of crusading for causes. Are you kidding me right now? Is that a joke? Crusading for causes? These people have no shame whatsoever. The Times will print just about anything. These people absolutely make me sick. But God forbid, if you post anything on your social media accounts. I'm going to show you a video of a guy, I'm going to be honest, I don't know who he is. But apparently he posted something on X or on Facebook or one of them that was not very nice about Kamala Harris. It was something that he probably should not have posted, if we're being fair. It was some sort of veiled threat, which no one should threaten anybody. But he got a visit from the F world. Whoa, I take that back. He got a visit from people who claimed to be members of the FBI. And, well, it didn't go so well for those guys. This is how you handle the supposed FBI if they show up to your house.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey there, hey Jeremy.
Yeah.
How are you?
Who are you?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Can you give your full name, please?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
In New Hampshire, yes.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No. It's First Amendment right.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording?
Absolutely not. You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay.
I don't really want to broadcast my.
Oh, this is going out right after you guys
I
walk
know,
away.
So that's why I'm not going to.
So you can show me your name or ID, you can walk away.
We just want to talk to you about something.
I'm not going to talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
Okay, well, you see our badges?
I need to see... Is your full name on that badge?
No.
I'd like to see something with your full name or I'm not going to talk to you.
I prefer you not to broadcast it.
This will be going online as soon as you walk away.
Well, all I want to do is talk to you about a post that was made, and if you
Well,
happen to be the one that made the post.
I want to talk to you about you guys coming here. Say you make a salary of, I don't know what, low 100K? You guys making six figures? Factor in 50% expenses, overhead, maybe 100% expenses. Talking about burning a couple $100 an hour just here, let alone all the time you guys are spending to investigate something that you know is not against the law, right? Like you're familiar with. So then why would you come?
Because we wanted to make sure that there weren't any. Other
No, you're
threats.
coming because you're part of a regime that does this kind of thing when you know laws aren't being broken, and that's an embarrassment, man. Didn't you guys read the Constitution? Do you not believe in America? Like, how do you do your
Thank you
jobs
for
and
your
go
time.
home?
We appreciate it.
You're walking away. Because nothing we did is against the law, and you guys are fuckheads that try to act like bullies. And I hope you go home and are embarrassed. You can't even say your name on camera because you know that what you're doing is embarrassing. You know Americans that believe in the Constitution think you're laughable. And you go home and you think about what you did today. Go home and think about it, you cowards. Drive away. Drive away.
Thank you for your time, sir.
You're not welcome. You should be embarrassed. Embarrassing. You guys are embarrassing.
Now, a couple of things I want to talk about here. Number one, that guy has got bigger well, since we keep importing Hispanic immigrants, cojones than I will ever have in my life. I just want to say that right off the bat. But that is a masterful job of how to handle people who claim to be with the FBI. Now, look, what the guy posted, maybe he shouldn't have posted it. Okay, I'll give you that. But that's what the FBI is worried about? This is now the third assassination attempt on the President of the United States, and they're bothering some guy in nowhere, New Hampshire, because he made a Facebook post? Is that really the best use of resources? While, not to mention, we have people flooding over the northern border of this country, just walking right in. Nobody even knows where the northern border even is. Drugs have destroyed New Hampshire towns, but those two men affiliated with the FBI, no. They've got to, like that guy said, burn a couple $100 just being a pain in the butt. Just being an absolute pain. So, actually, do I have that guy's, what is that? I think he's the New Hampshire Libertarian Party something. I'm not sure what his name is. But that is a masterful job handling the FBI. And that is how you end up not in jail. You tell them nothing, and they get nothing. I think that's a line from Goodfellas. Guys, before we keep on rocking and rolling here, because we've got some incredible Kamala Harris news coming out. Before we get to that, guys, head on over to lfatv.us. That's lfatv.us. That is your home base, your mothership, your landing pad for all things LFA-TV related. Guys, check out the LFA-TV store. And while you're there, consider becoming a monthly donor over to lfatv.us. That's lfatv.us. What's going on, chat? We got big numbers today. Is something happening today? Are you guys like excited to see something? Is that what's going on today? Did we get Jeremy gave us a plug, I guess. You guys just waiting for something? Very good. Keep it locked in here. In about 7 minutes, we are going to be joined by the most famous 8-year-old on the planet. Sly, what's happening? I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Chrissy, how are you? Marissa, how are you? Christine, Brittany Trampay, how are you? Joe, how are you? Alex, and what's happening? Sly, I said hello to Sly. Sherry, Callie, what's happening? I owe you a call, and I'll get to that at some point. Oh, wait a minute. I'll get to that at some point. We got the wrong chat up there. There we go. Now we're seeing everybody. Bad Moon, what's happening? The one I am, how are you? Buddy, what's happening? Saying things that I can't say on my show. Actually, wait, boom. Let me grab that real quick because I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that bad boy. Boom. Kevin, you need a new shirt that says "Giddy up, let's go." That is a great idea. That is a phenomenal idea. Angel Fit, how are you? Ricky Coates, what's happening? I'm liking it a lot. Guys, once again, in a couple of minutes, we're going to be joined by the most famous 8-year-old in the world. But before we do that, a video was just released by Laura Loomer, where apparently Kamala Harris, you know what? No, we're going to wait on that. We are going to wait on that till afterwards. You know what? Let's do it a little bit early. I'm sure you guys are all waiting for it. Make sure you guys are watching rumble.com/LFATV. Siobhan, that is rumble.com/LFATV. Drop that in there. Guys, look, I've been talking about this for about a week now. And, I'm super excited that I got to be a part of this, that I got to be a small part in this incredible story. Liam LaCastro, he's an awesome young kid who has had struggles in his life that I cannot imagine. For any of you who have been living under a rock for the last, about week or so, not on X, not on Facebook, not seeing the Instagram posts. Here is the video that has been featured on Fox News, Sky News Australia, the BBC, the Times of India, which, don't worry, Don't worry. Nobody reads the Times of India except like a billion people. Here's the video that took the world by storm.
Carefully. Can you read it? Out loud? Sure. It says, Dear Liam, happy 8th birthday. Mrs. Trump and I hope you enjoy this special occasion surrounded by the love of your family and friends. We are so encouraged by the strength and determination you have shown throughout your young life and send our love and best wishes to you as you continue to fight. Remember, you are never alone, and we are keeping you in our thoughts and prayers for continued care and good health. May God bless you and your family. Stay strong. Sincerely. Can you tell me who signed that? He knew it was your birthday coming up? What do you say to him?
Thank you. I love you.
What else do you say?
Thank you.
Well, guys, I think I've made you wait long enough. What do you think? We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. Look, you guys see the title of the show today. You see the thumbnail of the show today. I am so happy to introduce you guys to the, I got to say, maybe the most famous 8-year-old in the world right now. Everyone say hello to Liam LaCastro and his mom. Siobhan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, Liam, you got a very special present in the mail the other day from somebody very special. Who was that?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump sent you a letter in the mail for your birthday. That is so cool. That is so awesome. I'm sure all your friends are incredibly jealous, and your video that you guys took have taken off. It's gone all over the world. I've gotten calls from the United Kingdom. I've gotten calls from Australia. Everyone has seen it everywhere. My video alone that I was able to post got 2.5 million views. It's been posted by Dan Bongino, and you were on Fox News. So what's that been like?
How does it make you feel?
Happy.
Yeah, did you see yourself on TV today?
No.
I played it for him just before.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right, it was in the middle of the day. But, so, Siobhan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Liam? I know you're a big Islanders fan. I know you're a big hockey player, being Long Island kids as we are. But tell us a little bit about what Liam's got going on. Everyone is so curious about, what the disease is. Yeah.
We'll start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I had Liam at 40 weeks pregnant, and from the day he was born, we thought something was different about him. He didn't eat right. He never hit his milestones. And at 14 months old, we thought he had a seizure, and he had some testing done. It turned out that he has something called agenesis of the corpus callosum, which means he is missing part of his corpus callosum that connects the brain, both sides of the hemispheres, and it's how it communicates. He's missing it, and it has made him delayed in speech. His mobility's been delayed. His coordination isn't the greatest, but he's learning. They said when they first told us that he may never walk right, he may never talk normal, and he may never eat normal. He's been through lots and lots of therapies, and I will say we have the best doctors there are here on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the therapies and their help, he's talking, he's ice skating, he's rollerblading, he's playing ice hockey, roller hockey here on Long Island. And he talks.
Well, I tell you, look, as far as coordination goes, him playing roller hockey, you are way more coordinated than me, my friend. Not a chance I'm getting on skates. That is an accident. That is an accident waiting to happen. But, yeah, so many people, and I've been reading through tens of thousands of comments on the video, and Liam, so many people are inspired by you. are inspired by how much you love Donald Trump, but your story. And I think that Mom, I think that in a crazy time that we live in right now, I think that I think people needed that. I think
Yeah.
people needed something just wholesome and genuine and real. And if there is nothing on earth more real than the joy of a child.
Yes.
So how Donald Trump knows it's your birthday. You get the letter. What did the letter say?
Do you remember?
No.
No. It was wishing him a happy birthday and talking about how they're praying for him and keeping him in good care and good health, right? It was a very emotional time for that letter.
Oh yes, it certainly was. And if you if everyone watching this, we played the video yesterday, and I received numerous text messages from people telling me, "Great, now I'm at work crying." Thank you, Kevin. So
Try videoing that without crying.
well,
It's very hard.
Well, you did it. Well, you know what? You did an absolutely fantastic job with that. And this is a show about politics, and obviously, we're big Trump supporters and everything. You hear these stories about things Donald Trump has done in the past, stuff that he never asks for credit for. He doesn't. He doesn't say, "Look at me." He just does them because he's a genuinely good guy.
Yeah, he really is. He made his day.
Absolutely.
That's all I look for, is for my son to be happy.
Well, let me tell you, you and Liam have brought so much joy and so much happiness to the world with that video. My inbox is flooded. I will eventually, if you've messaged me in the last 3 days, I will eventually get to it. I promise. So, Liam, obviously we know you got a birthday coming up. You got a big birthday coming up. Everybody wants to know, what do you want for your birthday? Toys? What are you looking for?
New shoes.
New shoes.
New shoes. Alrighty, what kind of shoes?
Huey's.
All right.
He's taking it back to the early 2000s.
I'm pretty sure I had a pair of those. How trends seem to come back.
Yes.
Well, look. I just want to thank you guys so much, and I want to thank you for reaching out to me with it. It was so inspiring. Like I said, everyone I sent it to, all the people on Twitter that I was like, guys, the world needs to hear this. The world needs to see this, and the world did. The world did. They absolutely did. Well, Liam, I bet that you've got some big things coming up, my friend, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for everything.
And in the description of this video, I know you guys have been wanting to send Liam some birthday cards and everything. There's going to be the P.O. box that it can be sent to. Anything you want, just regular 8-year-old stuff. I'm sure Legos and Islander stuff and Trump gear, whatever you got. Whatever you got for this unbelievably inspiring young man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin.
Alrighty, guys, we will be right back. Well, now that you're all crying, I just want to thank, I got to tell you guys, I've been doing activism out here in New York for a long time. And a lot of times it feels like you're pushing a rock uphill. You're not making any progress. But I want to thank the LaCastro family so much for including me in this. That made it all worth it. Here is actually a photo of Liam. Oh, God, I got to make that a lot smaller. Here's actually a photo of Liam. He's been getting gifts in the mail over the course of the last couple of days. Wow, how big is that photo? Here's Liam. He's been getting stuff in the mail from all of you over the course of the last couple of days. Of course, I put the P.O. box in the comments of this video. Here we go. A normal size. I don't know why that was so big. He's been getting gifts in the mail, guys. The P.O. box is in the comments. I've been putting it in the live chats. Big Islanders fan, which, okay, we'll let that slide. We'll let that slide. Loves Legos like any other 8-year-old. If you guys want, I'm sure he would absolutely love it. Make his birthday even better than it already is. So I want to thank the LaCastro family so much for including me in all of this. And what can I say? What can I say, kiddo? You are the most famous 8-year-old in the world. Guys, we'll be right back.
The biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hydrated, more radiant.
This is the best superfood that you could take.
It has all the essential nutrients you need for your skin, your gut, energy, focus, mood, performance.
My hair has gotten so much thicker ever since taking this.
I used to have a probiotic, a green juice. I replaced it all with this Armra Colostrum. It is amazing.
You gotta take it.
If you want to try it, try armra.com.
Guys, start feeling better today with the superfood formula over at tryarmra.com/LFATV. That's tryarmra colostra at tryarmra.com/LFATV. Let's see. Why isn't it on the X? Let me see if I can drop this in the X chat real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Comments. There it is. Alrighty then. Also, guys, there's been a. I'm gonna see if I can get this real quick. There's been a GoFundMe set up for Liam. If you guys would like to participate in that, let me see if I can transfer this over real quick. I'll make sure I put that in the comments of this video. Yeah, I'm going to be putting the GoFundMe in the comments of this video across all of the platforms. I do want to get to the next story real quick as I pull that up. Because, here it is. Boom. Give me 1 second, everybody. There we go. Got it. Giddy up. Let's go. There we go. There is the GoFundMe link. It is in the live chat, and it is in the comments of this video, guys. So anybody wants to contribute, we totally appreciate it. We love and appreciate all of you so much. Marissa, I will send you the GoFundMe. Let's see if I can get it in here. Should have had that link up and running already, but I didn't, unfortunately. Boom, there we go. There we are. Got it. So, let's move on, because Chris Cuomo apparently has started to come around the mountain to some of the nonsense involved with President Trump. And he actually says he called him the other day to apologize for the way the media has been portraying this sort of thing. Now, I've had a lot of criticisms for Chris Cuomo for a while now. That shouldn't come as a shock to anybody, but you know what? I would rather somebody come around the mountain late than not at all. And as we just spoke about before the Liam interview, with the New York Times referring to his assassin as a crusader for causes small and large. Chris Cuomo actually called Donald Trump, which I'm sure must have been a hilarious phone call for him when he got it. Here's Chris Cuomo with a little mea culpa.
And you can think what you want about Trump. He does not have many more full-throated critics of what he says and does than me, okay? And yet I called him today because I am ashamed of how we are responding and not responding to the threats on him. And I feel for his family. And I know you can roll your eyes and say, oh, yeah, he asked for it. Listen. That's your choice, and I think it's a wrong choice, okay? We got to get out of the judgment business unless it's judging ourselves, and you got to start rewarding things that are better. And I got to tell you, I don't know how he stays in the race. I don't know how he got up after being shot in the head, and you people who try to mitigate that, you need to check yourself. He gets up, pumping his fist, stays in the race, barely even talks about it. Now, look, I do believe he has wasted opportunities, and he has another one now. Who better than Trump to say, we can do better. I can do better. I know he keeps doubling down on his angry rhetoric. How can he not? It keeps working for him. I don't know that it gets him elected. My theory is that he needs to expand. He had a chance to do it after he was the target of an assassination at the RNC. He had a chance to say, I know what got me here. It's not going to get me where I want us to be. He did not take that chance. He now has another chance. Oh, you're supporting Trump. I'm supporting us. The idea that I am a Trump supporter is laughable to the man on your screen right now. That is not what this is. I am worried about us. I am ashamed of what's happening around us right now and the relative lack of concern about it. I just don't see how we get anywhere better than where we are right now. Look, I'm not blaming Democrats. I'm really not. I blame the guy. And whatever disease he has that the people around him either knew about and did nothing about. The guy was arrested 20 years ago for barricading himself in a room with all these weapons. Where are we caring about one another? Where are we taking care of our own? Where are we pushing to get help? We're leaving people languishing, dying on the streets. What is going on with us? I don't get it. That's why I reached out to Trump. I wanted to just say, listen, I'm really sorry that this is going on and it's being dealt with this way. Not because I'm in favor of his politics or what he says. I criticize him all the time. That's my job, and he deserves it. But he doesn't deserve this. A guy pointing an AK-47 at him while he's playing golf? And we take solace in the fact that the guy didn't get any rounds off. That does not work for me. If I had been through what that guy's been through in the last 2 months, you would not know where I am. You would never see me on TV again. No way I would do that. I don't know how he does it. He's got kids, they're adults, but he's got grandkids. He's got a wife. People giving crap to Melania Trump, worrying about whether or not there was a plot around his husband. How could she not? I don't think she's right, but I totally get why she feels that way, and people mock her. And then her husband has a guy pointed with an AK-47. Where are those people apologizing? That's what it's time for. I should not have come at you, Melania Trump, for suggesting that maybe there was something more afoot. I get your paranoia. I get your feelings. You have a right to that. There's nothing wrong with saying that, with being a basic, decent human being. It has gotten too out of control, too far from where we need to be and how we need to be. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know.
I mean, look, I don't agree with Chris Cuomo on virtually anything. I think that he spent about a decade lying to the American people about a whole variety of issues, but he's not wrong about this. And I'm sure Chris Cuomo is going to take a lot of crap from many of his friends about this. But I thank him for saying the obvious. It obviously isn't Donald Trump's fault that a crazy homeless guy decided to take a shot at him. Obviously. But some people do not even have the humility to say something like that. So I thank Chris Cuomo for that. Guys, I got a couple more stories that I do want to get to. Before we do that, look, you guys didn't vote for this recession or the inflation, but you sure as heck are paying for it. And I know that financial stress is absolutely killing you. Well, luckily, you have donewithdebt.com, guys. Unlike others, donewithdebt.com creates a new and aggressive strategy designed to get you out of debt permanently without bankruptcy or loans. Done With Debt stands between you and bill collectors. They negotiate with your creditors to write off balances, cut interest rates, and stop the costly penalties. They have a plan to put more money in your pocket on month one and every month after that. But you need to hurry, guys, because some of these strategies are incredibly time sensitive. Go to donewithdebt.com right now. They are accepting new clients. Guys, donewithdebt.com. Hit that debt reset button for you and make your money work again. Go to donewithdebt.com or call 1-888-322-1054. That is 1-888-322-1054. What's happening, everybody? I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Buddy, how are you? Callie, how are you? AC Knight, how are you? What's happening, everybody? Christine, how are you? Once again, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching, Christine, what information do you want about the rally? I can give you pretty much anything you want. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on any of the other social media platforms, guys, check out my Facebook page. That would be Loud Majority US on Facebook. We're having a gigantic rally on October 5th. Our big Montauk run, every single year we do it. We go from one end of Long Island to the other. Make sure you guys share that out. Please, please do me that favor. Guys, hit that share button. Best arrival time, as early as possible. As early as possible. The lot is going to fill up. I'll be there at 9. Are you making the flyer for the rally? You better be making are you making better flyers for the... Yeah, I make good flyers. Please, get out of here, Callie. Get that out of here. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. 350 today. I'm liking it. A lot. So, as I said before, Kamala Harris is really, really doing a bang-up job at caring about what the American people care about. A video that was released today shows Kamala Harris saying that she is going to shut down all detention facilities for illegal immigrants in America, day one being elected.
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman. I'm a volunteer with the Center for Worker Justice. I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one. On day one. And thank you for...
Meanwhile, in the swing state of Pennsylvania, they're having a hard time even getting American children into kindergarten classes because so many of the students don't speak English at all.
I think they are trying to get even interpreters to teach the kids, let alone get to this part.
Yeah, they're having a huge problem, I think.
It's kind of ridiculous.
With trying to teach. There were 45 Haitians that started kindergarten this year.
Whoa.
45.
How big is kindergarten overall?
A kindergarten class is probably no more than 60 at most. At most.
Yeah, like one classroom is probably like
30,
20 kids, I'm
20,
thinking.
20,
maybe
30.
25.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
So
yeah.
like the majority of the kindergarten is Haitian now?
Yeah.
In what, 2 years? Or something like that? Like
yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
they don't speak English?
Well, actually, I think the younger kids speak more English than the older kids.
Okay. We're talking to a guy tomorrow who he had to pull his 7th grader out of school because they just didn't have the resources. He was like...
I've heard stories like that.
Yeah.
One of the things, like I said, about the not speaking English, like middle school grades, where parents are having a problem because their kids can't advance because the teachers are having to compensate for the kids who can't speak English.
Right.
What else are we going to do here? What are we going to do? It's almost hard to believe. That when CBS went to a diner in Nevada, another crucial swing state, they had a hard time finding a single Kamala Harris voter. It took them hours and hours and hours to even find one.
What issue is most important to you?
I'm extremely concerned about the border. Illegals, they gotta go.
People are coming here seeking asylum.
Baloney. They're coming here for the freebies.
When people talk about immigration, they're thinking we're saying we don't want immigrants of any kind, and that's not what people are saying. There are people who have come here legally. Why do they get pushed aside to allow people who have not even worked one day in our country, have not paid into the system?
I took my brisket and mac and cheese with me to catch Ken Lasker with the to-go order. How closely are you watching this election?
Oh, very closely.
He was the only Harris supporter we met at lunch, even though Washoe County has historically been pretty politically split.
Pretty politically split, but not anymore. Go ahead, news media. Try calling that black lady a racist. Try using any of your slurs when she's sitting there saying the very obvious part out loud, that it is unfair that some people have been waiting years and years and years to do this correctly, but because some other people happen to be able to walk here, they get to cut in line. It's absolute crap, and I'm so sick and tired of it. That is the one issue that voters are saying they want the most, and right now, Kamala Harris is doing the exact opposite of that. The exact opposite of that. I got a couple more things I do want to get to before the end of the show today. Guys, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. Giddy up, let's go. I want to thank there's so many new people who tuned in today, guys. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Smith. I'm here at the 1 p.m. hour every single day here on LFA TV and across all other social media platforms. So, guys, keep it locked right in here, 1 p.m. all day long. So, Charlie Kirk sat down with Tucker Carlson and said something that I found incredibly interesting. He gave a 5-point plan about the things going on in Springfield, Ohio. Now, everyone knows about Springfield because that's where they're barbecuing cats. But I find it interesting. I find it incredibly interesting that now the media is starting to care about it. They didn't care about places like Springfield, Ohio for years and years and years and years while all the other nonsense was happening. But now that look, I'm not saying it's false. I'm saying it is a crazy story that people are eating cats and dogs. Now they finally start to care. But when all this other stuff was happening, none of the rich people in New York or LA seemed to notice.
But Springfield, Ohio is a perfect example of how the ruling class has treated the heartland of the country. Step one, we close the factories and we send them overseas so that people don't have work. Step two, we flood those communities with opioids so that they're permanently addicted and we kill a lot of them. Step three, we send their kids, their sons and daughters, to go fight no-win wars, and they come back with permanent health issues. Step four, we flood their town with foreigners after we've completely abused and broken them, and we sent their jobs overseas. Step five, the residents who are still there and have survived all this abuse notice that the foreigners are doing really weird stuff and illegal stuff, like driving ahead on traffic, killing kids, eating cats, and taking geese out of the pond. And then we call the people that are still there in Springfield racist after their factories have closed and their sons died in Iraq and they're addicted to opioids and their local schools being overrun by Haitians, but they're racist for noticing that their home is turning into Port-au-Prince. And you wonder why Donald Trump's poll numbers don't go down. You wonder why so many people wear that red MAGA hat in Springfield, Ohio, because he is the only lifeline that these people have. He is the only hope that they have, the only person that does not insult them or talk down to them and wants to lead a rebellion and, yes, a revenge campaign against the people that have done this to them and destroyed their home.
Nothing Charlie Kirk just said there is false. You ship their jobs overseas. You put heroin inside of a pill inside of their communities. You sent their kids off to go die. You flooded their towns with illegal immigrants. And now you bitch and moan when it turns out they notice. Charlie Kirk just described 30 years of pain and suffering in places that most Americans don't give a crap about, like Springfield, Ohio. And then you're going to criticize them for noticing that it's even happening. These people have no shame whatsoever. None at all. Guys, before we wrap up today, I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. If you guys missed the interview with Liam LaCastro and his amazing mother, check it out. It was about the halfway mark of the show. Also, there's a GoFundMe for Liam and a P.O. box in the comments of this video if you guys want to check that out. Before we wrap up today, guys, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Check out the shop. That is the best way to support this show and everything we've got going on over here at The Loud Majority. We put up new stuff every single day over there. That's the best way to support us and support the grassroots activism going on here on Long Island. Guys, hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door. Make sure you stay tuned for Matter of Fact coming up next right here on this network. Guys, in 24 hours, the big guy's going to be on Long Island. Yeah, buddy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay loud.